thoughts on the 90 minutes summary?
I thought it was a good first half. We worked hard to get ourselves back in it. Conceded an early goal, soft, too easy to get in behind us. But as I said, we did well to get back into it, and you go into half-time with some momentum, some motivation, some belief, and then the most disastrous 10 minutes I've ever seen at this level of football. You come out of the change room, and then in the first 10 minutes of the second half, you're 2-0, you 2 goals down, and you're chasing the game. It becomes very difficult, and a late consolation goal, but in the end, obviously, not enough.
Coach, let's take a few questions, guys. Just by a show of hands. Any further questions for the coach? Okay, Temba, you can go ahead.
Good evening, coaches. Hard luck. So near, but yet so far. It almost happened. What changed for you in the game? Because at some stage, the game was just like moving away from you, but you managed to bring it back, especially with the second goal, causing some panic against on the Sundowns side. What changed?
What changes is the early corner. We concede another corner from another corner, another set piece. Same against Swallows. We don't clear from the near zone, and then a quick blitz again. They get the other one, and then it becomes a little bit one-way traffic. We're too deep. We're too cautious. We made a couple of substitutions. We tried to get some more energy, play a little bit higher up the pitch, and I think if you take the lessons from when we went at Sundowns in the first half, we gave them a few problems, especially behind, their right-hand side, and advanced Tapela Morena. I think Barnes was unbelievable, getting in behind. But so those are the lessons. We played a little bit higher. We put a little bit more energy, and by that time it's too late. But good effort from the boys. You can see that the difference in depth that they have, in quality. You just look at the substitutions who they can bring onto the pitch is frightening, but still proud of the effort. And perhaps when you take the season into context, and the thin squad that we have and the injuries that we have, if you guys have noticed, the team sheet couldn't be filled today with 20 players. There were only 19. So perhaps a blessing in disguise. Give us some time off, allow us to regroup, and then kick on from there.
Okay, maybe 2 more. Tiseto, you can go ahead.
Thanks, Coach. Tiseto Maneba from City Press. Coach, given your position in the league, did you want to go as far as possible, or are you looking at this to say maybe squeeze things out so that we can focus on the league and retain our number 2 position?
No. Perhaps I'm saying afterwards, the silver lining is the blessing, but we wanted to go as far as possible. We all do, all teams do. There's some financial reward, that would help a club like us, small club like us, help us quite a bit. But it wasn't to be, and we got the worst draw out of the lot, the most informed team in the country. But we tried, we tried to go for it. And perhaps on another day, and some better defending, and not just from the defenders, defending from the front. We were poor pressing, there was no energy. So, perhaps in the end, it's, hindsight is easy, but perhaps the silver lining is that we get some time off and now focus on the job at hand to keep us in the PSL and to finish as high as possible.
Okay, I'll give you the opportunity. Let's just keep it here. You get the last question.
They made 7 changes from a team that played against Pirates. When you saw the team list shortly before the match, were you surprised? Because I can imagine maybe you planned based on what you saw in the previous matches, but this team was pretty much a complete new team with most of the starters on the bench and 7 probably new players who are normally, not starting. But was it a surprise that the way they started the match?
The only surprise for us was Mvala. I didn't think that he would play. I think they would rest him, The rest was pretty much, when you look at the Sekakuna, you look at the Galaxy lineup, how they've been rotating. It was what it was, and that's just the thing. They can rotate as they please. They have that, luxury. And it doesn't matter how they rotate. They're quality players. They play in a certain way, and it's a well-coached team. And it's tough for us. It's tough for anybody that plays them at the moment.
Okay, next question.
I think a part of the question was taken, Coach, but maybe how difficult it is for you to play against such a team where it can change the personnel in 3 days, and then maybe obviously finishing as high as possible. Should you be number 2 at the end, are you gonna, sort of boost your squad obviously going to CAF competition?
Yeah, so the first part of the question, playing against them is very difficult. As I said, doesn't matter who they start, who they bring in. They've got such quality, such depth in personnel. I think the difficult part of us is that this is at the end of this 3-game cycle for us, in 10 days. And, perhaps you would have wanted it sooner when we were fresher. They have had the same run of games, but as we're saying, they have the ability to change completely. So it's always going to be a challenge, but I'm proud of the boys, as I said. And then I'm not so sure that second position is achievable at this point. When I look at the difference, in where we are, where they are, where Pirates, hitting form now. And of course we're not going to take our foot off the pedal. And if it happens, one thing about Africa is you need serious investment, So if you don't have deep pockets, I'm afraid, it's not something that you want to take part in. But I think, to be realistic, I am a realist, and we are quite far away from even thinking about that possibility.
Thank you, Coach. I think let's end it there. You have time for one more?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. 10 break and go ahead.
Coach, I'm looking at the run of results. That this probably adds into your 4th loss, the Cup and League. How do you then get your boys back into the old way of playing, because now the dejection, and how much of that did you see in their faces after the final whistle? Because we all know that this is a big money spinner for a club like yours.
Yeah, I saw in their faces, they looked no energy, they looked defeated, and rightly so. They know it was a tough game today. I think they also disappointed in themselves for the manner in which, we fell behind so cheaply. But, it's a game of football, and they're professional footballers. We have a job to pick them up. They have a job to pick themselves up. I think we need to go back and say to ourselves, well, what were we doing well, as a team? Who was playing? How, did we select the team? And try and not that we have success, but certainly success leaves clues, and you need to go back and and start that again. But certainly, as you say, if I looked at the last 4 games, not exactly the run that we would have wanted. And I think a game like this, if you had maybe nicked it, over in the 90 minutes, could have given you some nice boost, some nice motivation. But give the boys some good time off now. They deserve it. Come back next week and then plan for the next league game.
All right, thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Stop that.